Last night I was watching Hell's Kitchen. It's the show I'm into the most because there's nothing like Gordon Ramsay yelling and cussing out random people because they undercooked a steak. It's a really refreshing show. And they were talking about this dish. They do these challenges, and we've all seen these cooking shows where you got to make something out of this ingredient, whatever. And I'm watching it, and they keep just saying potatoes gratin, potatoes au gratin, or potatoes au gratin. And I'm like, are they talking about au gratin potatoes? And I said it like that. My au gratin potatoes.
Au gratin.
Yeah. Apparently, I've been saying this wrong the entire time because they're showing it, and I literally have been calling these potatoes au gratin. So last night, I'm going on YouTube. I'm looking at all these, cooking videos, and out comes this lady in her kitchen, and she's like, all right, we're going to show you how to make an amazing potatoes au gratin. And I'm like, I've been calling these au gratin, but I've been saying it aug, like A-U-G, and then rotten.
When you think about it, I didn't think about it until today, and you brought this up, is that I've been calling them the same thing as well. And we eat something that we call rotten.
Yeah.
Now that I'm processing this in my brain, but it still doesn't sound right. You said gratin?
Well, gratin or gratin, au gratin, which sounds so much fancier than anything.
So how is it actually spelled? Let me see. It's
A-U space G-R-A-T-I-N. Au gratin, not au gratin. And that's what I've been saying. And I feel, as an Idahoan, broke my heart last night.
See, when I look at it, though, it looks like it would be au gratin.
Yeah.
So there must be a lot of ways to say it, but you're saying that according to the experts on the Food Channel,
and it wasn't
watching,
just Gordon Ramsay. I mean, they brought in this like celebrity chef, and he's from America, and so he literally was like, "Oh, this is a great au gratin." And I was like, oh, my gosh, I feel like such an idiot. I mean, I ordered this literally 2 nights ago. I ordered this at a restaurant. And I called it, can I get the au gratin potatoes?
And they didn't correct you or anything.
No, they didn't say like, oh, it's a gratin.
I'd be willing to bet almost everybody calls them au gratin. Now, what's weird is you keep calling it potatoes au gratin. I've only called it au gratin potatoes.
No, it's potatoes au gratin. And technically, it's potatoes au gratin.
But did you always normally say potatoes au gratin?
No, I normally call them au gratin potatoes.
That's what I call them, too.
And then I'm really confused because what about scallop potatoes? Because I thought scallop potatoes are kind of the same as au gratin potatoes or au gratin potatoes.
What's the difference?
I don't know. All I know is, this is, chefs, can we figure something out? Like, why do we have to call everything so fancy? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a duck pate instead of this or that.
Okay, so scallop potatoes are much simpler. Most recipes call for potatoes to be baked in a basic cream sauce. But potatoes au gratin are more decadent. They're made with lots of cheese sprinkled in between the layers of potatoes and also on top of the casserole. So it seems like scallop potatoes are kind of the knockoff version of the au gratin.
It's like the cheap version, yeah. It's like you don't have enough cheese for au gratin, so you just throw it in some cream sauce and call it,
Either way, I do not discriminate on potatoes. I will eat all of them.